by the One Football application. What an interesting first half of football. We're going to go through some of the statistics that you'll find on the One Football app. The link is in the description below, so make sure you go and check that out. Smash that like button for us as well. But what an interesting first half. Dominated the ball, did Manchester City. But they were unable to break Manchester United down until sloppy defending from a corner led to David Silva putting City ahead. And that woke Manchester United up. Suddenly they're out and they're attacking and they're getting at the blue half of Manchester. And lo and behold, a mistake happens. Marcus Rashford goes through on goal. Bang, it's 1-1. An exhilarating end to the first half. And I'm a bit angry at Manchester United. Being a little biased there as a Man United fan. I'm not overly impressed with Manchester City so far. Lots of ball possession, but very little cutting edge. Sloppy defending from a corner from United is what led to their goal. I'm shocked. I'll be shocked if Aguero sits on the bench for much longer. He is their best attacking player in terms of finishing. He's so dangerous. Why is he not on the football pitch? And Man United do need to see more. We do need to get ourselves forward. Literally, it was to the 44th, 45th minute until we saw the fullbacks getting forward. You need to get at Man City and put a little bit more pressure on them and not just allow them to sit there with the ball. If you look at the statistics, and I'll get some of these up, 75% of that ball has been with Manchester City. Yes, the majority of it has been in and around the centre circle and sort of at the third mark of the pitch, near Man United's box, in and around Man United's area. And when United have had the ball, until we went 1-0 down, we almost looked scared in possession. Didn't want to filter the ball out, didn't want to play the ball around too much. That simply is not good enough. More needs to be done from a Manchester United point of view. To this, look, we know how good City are. Let's not start attacking them. They're not a rubbish team. No, very far from it. But as a Man United fan, hugely frustrated that there was a lack of impetus from Jose Mourinho's men to get at them. We saw a change towards the end of that first half, and I think this sets up an amazing second half of football with the 2 goals that we've already seen. More is going to come. There are people calling for the likes of Lukaku to be pulled off the pitch. I've seen loads of tweets here saying he's gone missing. But he went missing because we weren't trying to get the ball forward. Rojo was just knocking it long every time we had the ball. For Lukaku to be effective, we need more players up there with him. He needs more support, crosses into the box, playing off a man's shoulder, through balls in. If Man United don't play like that, Lukaku is going to be ineffective. That's the way he plays football. No different to other Man United greats in the past, like Brian McClair or Andy Cole. These strikers need service. He's not Messi, he's not Ronaldo, he's not that ilk of player. But I want your views, I want your opinions. I'm going to go to some of your comments in a minute. Interestingly as well, you look at that, 3 shots from Man United in that game. All 3 of them came from the 45th minute onwards. I'm gone silent to let that sink in for a moment. More impetus from Man United needed. 9 shots from City. Only 4 of them on target. But most of them have been from outside the box as well, which shows Man United have stopped them from getting in, stopped them from being able to penetrate how they want to, but just not counter-attack with enough vigour, with enough numbers. And do you know what? If you get at Man City and attack with more numbers, yes, you could be vulnerable to counter-attacks, but you also stop so many of their players pushing forward. There's a counterbalance there that needs to be struck. Hopefully Jose Mourinho and his men will discuss that at half-time and move things forward. In terms of Rashford's goal, would love your views and opinions on that as well. But overall, I've been quite excited by the game. It's been nerve-wracking at times. Let's get my Twitter feed up so I can see what people are all saying here. Wow, just got a match of the day. I've just put a tweet up here that Ross and the guys here have put up for me. Just 266 seconds between the 2 goals. What is that in minutes? Anyone here good at maths? Anyone want to work that out for me? 60, 40, yeah, about 4.5 minutes, ain't it? Something like that. I might be wrong, but there we go. Something along those lines. But there's no time. But that was when Man United turned up. It's when they were switched on. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. It really, really is. Going to just go to some of the comments coming in here. Nicky Collis here says we are poor going forward. I know you're a Man United fan. I recognise obviously your name. Absolutely. Alistair here says Lukaku could not fight off Otamendi. Why is he even there? I thought he was in the 11 because he was strong. He is strong, but he needs service. He needs service. That's the type of player that he is. Without it, Man United are going to struggle. For all the talk about our physicality, we haven't been able to do much with it since we keep giving the ball away from Dave's kicks. Of course, that's exactly it. We're going long. Most of the time, those long balls are going over the strikers and the attackers' heads. And no disrespect, you've got Lingard and Rashford up front. They're not exactly tall. Why are we going long to them? Makes no sense to me. Yeah, okay, we scored from a bit of a long ball, misjudged by Otamendi and then Fabian Delph at the back. But that's not going to happen consistently. Another tweet here that says, if City win, they can go on holiday for 3 weeks and still be top of the league. That's how important it is for Man United to do this in terms of a title race. Massively important. City fans tuning in, have you been impressed with Manchester United? Or are you guys just too good for Man United? Are you going to steamroll them in the second half and put them, from your point of view, put them in your place? I would love your views and your opinions. Going to do more comments here. Loads and loads and loads coming in. Tan says, fuck off Lukaku, he is shit, can't hold the ball up for shit. Interestingly, last season, Zlatan could hold the ball up for shit, and we hated him for it. I love football fans. You actually make my job brilliant. There we go. Wilson here, who I know is a gooner, says, I am very frustrated and furious by Arsenal's performance today. We will talk about that maybe a little bit later. Maybe I should have reread your comment before reading it out, but I did anyway. You only came alive after conceding. Can't do that against City, is what Thomas OC says. Make you absolutely right. United need to come out in that second half and be alive from the start. That'll make it enthralling. In fact, that might actually make it easier for City. From a neutral's point of view, that will undoubtedly make the game so much better. City should be 1 or 2 up, is what Ozil says. Grinnus here says, do you think United were playing boring? I think Man United looked scared on the ball. They would pick the ball up. You've got to remember, Smalling and Rojo are not exactly gifted in terms of technicality on the pitch. They're not. So that's why I'd preferred Lindelof to have been in the team. He's much better on the ball. Matic is decent on the ball. Herrera is average for an elite level football player. There's not a lot of ballers in the Man United team. So they look pretty nervous when in possession. That's something they have to get over if they're going to have any chance of winning this game. They really, really are. Because we can't rely on defensive mistakes from City that allowed Rashford to put his goal away beautifully. Simply cannot rely on that to happen. More comments in here. Clear pen not given either to City. What penalty should have been given to City? Are you talking about Gabriel Jesus' dive? Come on, mate. You cannot be serious if you think that was a penalty. Show me the contact. Show me the contact and we'll discuss it. But I know you're chatting pure guff if you think that's a penalty, bruv. Straight up. The front three should try and rotate more to drag City's players out of position. Take some risk, boys. And look, that's from Cannonball. I apologise. I think that Man United fans would agree with that. If we lose 3-1 but we attack, I'll hold my head up high. If we sit back and defend for another 45 minutes and concede late on, that's going to feel gutting from Man United's point of view. No way, shape or form about it. It'll be hugely, hugely disappointing. It really, really will. Loads of people tuning in now. Over 360 of you on the Football Terrace channel. I can't see all the other figures everywhere else. Whatever you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, please hit the like button. Please hit the share button. We'll, of course, be back at full time to talk a little bit more, but I'm going to do a few more comments before we do go. Man United need to put more pressure on and be more aggressive towards Manchester City. That seems to be the overall figures here. I'm just reading a heat map that's been put up in front of me. It says Man United have spent most of the first half camped in their own half. The right-hand side's had a bit more movement. That's been down. Martial and Rashford have rotated well. It's the only area that we've really got forward into. The top left-hand side of the pitch, where you would expect Martial to drag into, and of course Ashley Young to break into that area as well, have been non-existent. Most of the time has been actually in our own box. The biggest red is in Man United's own penalty box. 4 or 5 yards further up the pitch, that is what's required. Because at some point Aguero is coming into this mix. He really, really is. Some tweets here as well. This is from Warren Houghton. He says, Man United are trying to win a football match without playing any football. Oh, salty there from him. That's from the blue tick. Ollie Mers, official Ollie Mers. You know, the guy who was on the old X Factor. That's great show. Says, wow, needed that. City dominated and we haven't got out of our own half. Hoping we come out stronger in the second half, or this is going to be a third 1-1 of today. I was thinking that before the game. Can you imagine 3-1-1 for Super Sunday? Because this is bigger than Super Sunday. There's 3 games. That's my little bit of French. Danny Gabardon here. Again, talking about Man United conceding from a corner. It's been coming totally dominant from City. I would agree with Danny Gabardon there. great, good player as he was, knows his football, City weren't opening Man United up like a tin of beans. They weren't creating clear-cut opportunities. It was great in terms of possession, but as we've seen in numerous games this weekend, just having possession doesn't equate to you winning games. What you need to do is create actual openings and opportunities. And United and City have had only 1 or 2 opportunities each in this game. If United come out better in the second half, more aggressive, more physicality, and actually try and pass without kicking it long all the time, it's going to be interesting to see. This Man City side are beatable. And I say that with respect, because as you all know watching, I have said consistently that this Man City side are the best team in the world right now. So I'm not taking them easy. I'm not saying they're a poor side. I'm simply saying that. Nearly 1,000 people tuning in. That's amazing figures for a halftime show. Maybe I won't even watch the second half. Maybe I'll just sit here and talk to you lot. No, I need to watch the game. More comments here. Daniel says, you need more players from South America. We can't do anything about that now though, mate, can we? But I get your point, bruv. 1-1. Is it still 1-1, Stephen Clark said. Yes, it is, brother. Jimmy McNulty, how's it going, my friend? Long-time viewer. Says here, Rashford saved the day. If we press forward, we might just get something. Funniest video says, best team in the world with loads of laughing faces. Well, they're storming the Premier League. They've stormed their Champions League groups. They look absolutely amazing right now, Man City. I honestly would put them down as the best team currently in world football. Tell me a team that's been playing better than them, at a higher level than them. If you dare say PSG, honestly, I'll come down that camera and I'll bitch slap you. It's only a joke. I wouldn't really do the violence. Only the violence in the joke is funny, not in real life. Calm your heads down. What we're saying here, what score do you think it will finish? That's from Ellis. Do you know what, Ellis? I'm going to go with a cheeky 2-1 to Man United. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself here. Cheeky 2-1 to Man United, 3 points, back in the title race. And I'd just love to see Pep Guardiola moan about negative football. I really would. Wow. And people are just showing me stuff on here as well. Like Pep Guardiola thinks that Man City are going to become the new Invincibles. Come on, even if you hate Manchester United, surely Arsenal fans are going to want that not to happen. They want to be the only team to go unbeaten. And surely everybody wants Man United just to slow City down a little bit. Or maybe I'm completely and utterly wrong. Please, we don't need Zlatan. We only need Mata to calm the game down for us. That is from Sun. And there we go. We are getting, we are getting callers. What we're going to do, if you do want to call through, we'll take one call now. We'll take one call. I just need to turn the microphone on because we weren't going to do callers, but we've got a few people belling up now. We're ready to take callers, ladies and gentlemen. We are. Bear with me 1 second. Just getting things set up. If you do want to call in, 0203 606 0315. Here we go. Hello, welcome to FanPark Live. What's your name, buddy?
Alex.
Alex, how you feeling, my friend?
I'm feeling sceptical about the second half because I watched the first half and I'm just biting my nails because it's just wave after wave of City attack.
Do you feel City have been opening Manchester United up though, or has it just been a lot of possession with no real end product?
Well, I thought going into the game that they were going to use the width and like maybe isolate Ashley Young with Leroy Sané, but they've gone through the middle a few times, and I don't know. It's just hard. My answer midfield are finding it hard to track the runners in midfield. So
my viewpoint is too many midfields not enough. We need a third midfielder on to be able to help, maybe not dominate midfield, but compete a little bit better. We're getting overrun. Who would you like to see come on from a Man United point of view to help change the flow of the game?
I would keep Martial and Rashford on the wings, and then take Mata on and go more attacking. Try and get at them. And I'm not too sure who to take off, but maybe it's a hard one, but maybe Lukaku.
Wow. Okay. Big call there. Alex, my friend, thank you very much for your call. Take care.
Cheers. Thank you.
There we go. Second half is now going to bring in. Please come back at the end of the game. We'll be live taking phone calls, views, opinions, everything. I've been Terry Flewers. This is FanPark Live, powered by the One Football app. Take care. Good day. Good bless. Come on, United. I'm being biased.